Gonna make sure everyone is on mute just in case. Mute all, close, and here we go. So those of you trickling in, you need something to prop yourself up. This is my couch cushion. You can use your bed cushion. I'm gonna press play on the playlist. We're gonna get started in a supported fish. If you don't know what that looks like, I'll let you know in a moment as I put this music on. Oh, it's not even sharing. Got it. Cool. You should be able to hear music. If someone does not hear music, just let me know. Starting off with some chill stuff. All right, so for supported fish, you'll just bring some kind of bolster behind you and then recline back. You want your glutes and your sit bone to be rooted. Sometimes I like to move the flesh away from you first. Legs can go long, arms can go wide, and you can just drape yourself over whatever you've got, right? If you want to add in some hip opening at the same time, you can bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees go wide. And just take the first few moments of class here to settle, to soften, to breathe. Feeling the gentle rise and fall of the heart with each and every breath. Allowing the body and the breath to be your anchors here. Restorative yoga is a very still form of yoga. We're like chilling and vibing and just relaxing for this 30 minutes. So can you let yourself actually do that, right? You took the time out of your day to listen to the cure, to listen to your body, and to connect to the present moment to the best of your ability. So can you allow that to be that? Just like yin yoga, restorative is used to meditate. Bernie Clark is one of my favorite teachers. He says that you don't use the body to get into your yoga postures, but you use the yoga postures to get into your body. So as you arrive and settle into this shape, just notice where you feel. Try not to feel too much, right? This class isn't about deeply stretching, right? It's about deeply relaxing. So find shapes that feel relaxing and sustainable and allow yourself to drift into them. As you relax into this shape, can you remind yourself that rest is an act of resistance, right? It's an act against the status quo. We are told to push, and do, and improve and do better and better, but this is just time for you to just be, right? It's a very cheesy phrase, but I actually really love it, but we're not human doing, we're human beings. So can you just be here now? With the body and with the breath. Anytime that the mind begins to wander, just come back to the body and to the breath, allowing yourself to sink into this posture even more. Maybe in this first posture, it's a great time for you to cultivate an intention for your practice, a word or phrase you may want to embody in or invite in. And if I was to choose a word that I would like to bring in today, maybe I'll share with you, is that of contentment, or santosha. So in yoga, we have the word santosha that means contentment regardless of circumstance. So allowing yourself to be here, even if something is not, feeling perfect, right? Maybe you have your dog licking your face, or your child's in the other room making a ruckus, or maybe you notice something in your room is out of place. Can you just allow yourself to sit into these poses and be okay with just sitting in them, knowing that you are where you're meant to be? Take one more breath here. Exhale completely. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor. You're going to fall off your cushion or whatever you've got here. And you're going to move it out of the way. And before we come upright, I want you to come right back to the floor and then draw the knees into your chest and then rock a little bit side to side. Just kind of countering. And then you might even actually draw the knees, or the chin, into the chest so that you can also round your upper back. And then from here, you're just going to fall to the side into a little heel position. And just take a moment here. Allowing yourself to rest in this shape before we come up to sit. And then slowly press yourself up to seated. Lift yourself up. All right, from here, we're going to come into a butterfly pose, a seated butterfly pose. For this pose, don't try to get your heels as close as you can and try to jam your knees down. We're restoring. So let your feet be a little bit wider out in front of you. Maybe you even take more of a diamond shape. And then generally your tailbones like to tuck underneath us for whatever reason. You might actually need to lift yourself up and move your tailbone behind you a bit more so that your glutes are a little bit further back. And then from there, lean forward and relax. So coming back, you might want to find blocks or a bolster and allow yourself to relax into this shape. You might take a few moments to get comfy, right? We all need that time just to kind of settle and to soften. But once you get there, let yourself be there. Sometimes in restorative yoga, I think teachers are so funny. I love all my yoga teacher friends out there, but for sometimes restorative yoga, a teacher will tell you to grab 100 different blocks and blankets and straps, and that's totally fun. But sometimes I think you don't need to find that 1000% perfect posture, right? You just need to find something that's relaxing enough and then let yourself relax into it. There's this Zen koan that I really like. It's a really short story. It's a little Buddhist, they call it a riddle, but I don't know if it's riddle-like. It's just kind of like a question that they pose, or a questionable story. So basically this Zen koan is, there's this man that is on a journey. And he's on this epic journey to, I forget where he's going, but he's going somewhere, right? He is journeying. He's climbing up mountains. He is, going hiking through forests. And eventually he reaches this river. And he's on this river, and he's starting to walk up and down this river, trying to search for a place to cross. He's looking for a narrowed area or a place where the river gets still, and he just can't find it. Eventually he sees a monk on the other side of the river, and he looks over at the monk and he's like, "Hey monk, how do I get to the other side?" And the monk looks up and down the river and he says, "You're already there." And so it's really just a story to kind of prompt yourself to think what that means to you, right? Oftentimes we're searching and searching and searching for that way to the other side, not realizing that we're already where we're meant to be.
So you don't need to find that 1000% comfortable restorative posture. As long as it's relaxing enough and you can allow yourself to relax into it, you don't need 1,000 props, right? You don't need 10 blocks and 2 sandbags and a bolster and a chair. You're good here. You're vibing here. And you're here for about a minute more. Let yourself lean into it. Find comfort here. Find relaxation. Take another breath here. Inhale. Exhale completely. And then slowly come out of this shape. All right, one more seated hip opener. You're gonna widen your feet. We won't hold this one for as long, but sometimes it can get a little intense. But you can widen your feet to your dragonfly. Again, I want you to think about your tailbone being behind you. So I oftentimes need to actually bring my hands to frame one leg, lift my hips up, and then drag them back behind me. Flex your feet for just a moment. And for this one, you might need more pillows. So if you don't have blocks, you might want 2 pillows. But you'll lean forward again, any amount. And of course, we'll take the first few moments to fidget and to find that place where you feel comfortable. But as you find that place, just lean into it. Let yourself relax. Let yourself be here now. Oftentimes in like the fidgeting and the movement and the searching that we feel like discontent. But if we actually find that stillness, you might feel it peace. You might feel good. So let yourself feel good. You can bring one cheek to the pillows or your forehead, whatever feels best. Notice if your mind begins to wander, right? They say that anxiety lives in the future and depression lives in the past, but true contentment is in the present moment. So can you be here now? Be where you're meant to be, which is right here, with the body, with the breath, with the sweet sound of Robert Smith. Let yourself be in the moment. Take another breath here. Actually, let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Deepest inhale of this class thus far, filling up to the top of the lungs. And then slowly sighing it out, letting it go. Slowly lift yourself out of this shape. Believe it or not, it's time to get back onto our back. Bring a block or a pillow or something with you, because we'll come into some twists with some support. All right. Once you get onto your back, you can hug the knees into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Take your time to get there, right? Let yourself get there in a nice, restorative, relaxing, and calming way. You can rock a little bit side to side here on your low back. We did 2 forward folds in a row, and even though we weren't pushing ourselves really deeply, you still probably feel a little bit of sensation. All right, for this first one, let's walk our feet to the floor, and then walk your hips a little bit to the left. Okay, your knees are gonna go to the left. Maybe a pillow comes between the legs or underneath the legs. And then see if you can let your entire right shoulder be relaxed on the floor. So both shoulders relaxed. Find your twist, find props. Maybe you even have a pillow underneath both knees and in between the knees. Ooh, fancy. But just find a twist that feels restorative, right? Where it doesn't feel too deep. You can also play around with the height of the leg. So the higher up, the deeper you might feel it, or the further away, the less deep you might feel it. Find a shape that feels sensational, very lightly sensational, subtly sensational, but very sustainable. And then relax. Anytime the mind wanders, just remind yourself that you are where you're meant to be, that you gave yourself 30 minutes to relax, to restore, and don't let that time be taken over by any thoughts of work or people that you're dealing with or situations that you're dealing with. Allow this to be a time for yourself. You've carved out this time of self-care. Can you allow it to be just that? Don't allow your mind to wander away. Draw it back. Because you deserve it. You deserve to be here. Take another breath here. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then release. Come back through center. I want you to walk your feet out wide. And then knock your knees to the left and to the right. Left and right. Left and right. All right, from here, we'll just take it to the other side. So plant your feet on the floor, lift your hips, move them a little bit to the left, drop your knees to the right. Maybe you bring a pillow underneath the knees, maybe underneath both knees, maybe underneath both knees and between the knees. Left arm can reach out to the left and just begin to soften and settle into your shape. Things like meditation, restorative yin yoga is really hard for certain types of people. Like sometimes finding stillness is way harder than holding a plank for like 3 minutes, right? For some people. And just know that this is a practice, right? The first time you do this, it might be like you want to pull your hair out and you're bored, or you can't stop but think about other things and distract yourself. Know that the first time I ever did yin yoga, I hated it. And the only reason I kept going back is because I was doing work study at a yoga studio, and it was the class before another class I wanted to take after my shift was done. So, and I knew if I went home, I wouldn't come back to that class. So I would always just stay and do it anyway. And eventually, it's one of my favorite forms, right? It's the same kind of shapes that we're doing now, except a little bit more stretchy. So just know that it's okay if you're like kind of frustrated and Robert Smith is like the only thing that is like holding you here. And that's okay. Let the cure be the cure of your boredom. You have just another breath here. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Slowly come back through center with the legs. Remove any blocks you might have. Walk your feet out wide. And then knock your knees to the left and to the right. Once more. This is the last bit of movement before we tap into our Shavasana shape, our last shape. I'll lead you through breath work as well. Shavasana is a shape that I sometimes like to kind of actually really prop myself up. So I like to elevate my knees to kind of soothe my lower back. But you get to your shape of Shavasana. You can also end in legs up the wall too. All right, so setting up for your Shavasana, to take the next few moments to get into a comfortable shape. Find your fidgets and movements. All right, once you find that shape, you can let your arms go long, arms go wide, take up space. I'm going to lead you through a little bit of breath work, my favorite variation of Durga Pranayama, the 3-part breath. If you're unfamiliar, I'll explain it first. I love this one because it really allows me to calm my nervous system. I am a crazy person, right? I have so much anxiety all the time. And this really helps release some of those, I'm never going to not be crazy, but it will definitely release some of those anxieties that I might feel in the moment. So you can always come back to this kind of breath work if it feels good for you. So what we'll do is we'll breathe in 1/3 of the way into the belly. You'll fill up 2/3 into the rib cage, and then you'll fill into the chest. You'll hold the breath for 4 seconds and then exhale the breath for 4 seconds. And I'll lead you through 4 of these rounds, and then you can do the last one on your own. So take a moment here to let all of the air out of your system. Inhale into the belly 1/3 of the way. Inhale into the rib cage 2/3. Fill to the chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale belly. Inhale rib cage. Inhale chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale belly. Inhale rib cage. Inhale chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale belly. Inhale rib cage. Inhale chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale belly. Inhale rib cage. Inhale chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll lead you through one more. Inhale belly. Inhale rib cage. Inhale chest. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can do one more here on your own. Whenever you're done with that last round of breath, allow yourself to return to your natural breathing pattern. Notice the impact of the practice and the effects of the breath as you fully release and let go, fully surrender, relax. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and a cleansing breath out. Invite little movements in your fingers and toes, wrist and ankle. Maybe finding a full morning stretch, reaching through your fingers, reaching through your toes, waking up your body. Draw the knees into your chest and give yourself a big squeeze. Take a moment to thank yourself for making it to your practice today. From here, I want you to fall into the left side of the body, the inside of the body, coming into a little fetal position. Take a moment there, right? This pose in your side body is the pose of rebirth. Symbolizes, rebirth after your yoga practice. And I just wanted to read from this oracle deck about the willow tree. One of the most magical things about the willow tree is that a fallen branch can regrow into a tree. It contains growth hormones that creates rapid rooting. In fact, you can use it to help aiding other plants to grow. Willow is an ally in rooting where you are. Oftentimes we want to be somewhere else, living in a different place, doing different work. We're often reaching and reaching, but not sure to where or to what. It is often in our resistance to our current environment that prevents us from moving on. Working with the willow will allow you to root into your life, surrendering to what it's teaching you now. And in turn, it holds space for you to have new ventures and new growth. We can't get to where we want to go without being where we are. I love that. It's my favorite oracle quote ever. We can't get to where we want to be without being where we are. Take a deep inhale here on your side body. Exhale it out. And then press yourself up to seated. Get yourself into a nice comfortable seat. You sit cross-legged or on your heels. Your hands can come to heart center. You can relax your shoulders down and back. We'll share a couple of breaths and then an om. You can join in or just listen. Take a deep inhale. Loud cleansing exhale. Do that again. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Breathing into om. Om. Thank you so much for joining me in your practice today. The light, the shadow, all within me respects all within you. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope to see you soon. If you don't currently come to classes, we do classes very regularly. Tomorrow we'll do an op Ivy flow. It's going to be a hot, heated flow, a lot faster than this. Thursday morning, we'll be working on hamstrings and core and flying split. Forget what that theme is. I don't know. I don't forget. We have so many different themes. And then this weekend is yin yang. So it's like half like this class, a little, and then the other half is a little bit more movement. And I think this week's cockatoo twins, maybe. I don't know off the top of my head, but you'll get an email about the schedule if you have any interest. I also lead yoga retreats. I'm doing Costa Rica. So imagine doing pure yoga with like monkeys in the background. Like, I think they vibe well together. And also Sedona, Catskills, and I'm going to do Bali next year as well. So I hope to see you soon. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I hope to see y'all around again. Oh, good. Your favorite practice. Yeah, it's a very chill practice in comparison to Monday's class. Thank you. Oh, it popped up exactly after the Cure concert. I love that. That's like, it was a sign, right? Hell yeah. What do you instruct? I see like instructor on your side. Could you type in what you instruct? Is it yoga? Oh, interesting. Oh, cool. Where are you from? Philly. Oh, cool. Yay. I teach in Philly at Palo Santo every once in a while. Have you been there? Yeah. No, it's dope. It's in South Philly. Well, I hope to connect with you soon. Send me a message on Instagram. Yeah. Awesome. See you soon. David, maybe I'll see you in the park tomorrow morning. Awesome. Bye. Yes, walk then coffee.